Hello, this is Jim Van Loon. In this video, we'll use the Scopus article database to perform a search on a topic. We'll select some of our search results and export citations from Scopus into the EndNote desktop version. And then I'll show a way to use EndNote groups and a small notes file in Microsoft Word to keep the search organized and documented. So here I am in EndNote X8, and I'm going to open a new EndNote library and save it with a name that's meaningful to me. This library will be called LIS7160-Scopus1. So here's the EndNote library that I just created. So I'm going to minimize the EndNote window and go to the library's homepage and select an article database from the article databases link to do my search by topic. I could select an article database by subject area using this pull-down menu. Or if I know of a specific database like Scopus, I could type its name into this search box and then click on the link when it comes up. Since this demo is being run off campus, I'll need to provide my access ID and password to access this licensed resource. Here's the document search in Scopus. I'm going to leave the default setting for the fielded search, and I'll be searching for my terms in the article's title, abstract, and keywords. The terms that I plan to search for are regional transit, I'm going to add another search box by clicking on the plus and combine the search terms regional transit with urban or cities using the connector AND. As I scroll down the page, I also have a number of limiters, and I'm going to limit my search to documents that were published from 2010 to the present. I'll also limit my search by the type of document. Scopus indexes a number of document types, but for this particular search, I'm interested in articles on this topic. So with those search parameters set, I'll click on Search. I have 254 document results which are currently sorted by date. I think I'd prefer to sort those by relevance so that as I begin my evaluation, I'll be looking at the most relevant articles first. Here are the results sorted by relevance. On the left side of the screen, I have a number of tools that can be used to limit the results of the search. In this case, I'm going to choose to limit the language of retrieved documents to English by clicking on English and then clicking on Limit To. And so that should reduce the number of results to 214 English language articles. You'll notice at the top of the screen that there's breadcrumbs of sorts to remind me of the search terms and limiters that I've applied and that are represented by this set of results. Now I'll begin a process of evaluating my search results by reading the titles and abstracts of articles and making a determination of whether they're relevant to my topic. If they are relevant to my topic, then I will select those articles by clicking on the box next to the article number. Articles selected in this way will then have their citations exported to the EndNote database. So I now have 3 articles out of my results list selected, and I'll click on Export to begin the Export to EndNote process. I have a number of choices, but the one that I want is the RIS export format. After selecting the RIS format for EndNote export and selecting some additional bibliographic information, abstracts, and keywords to be also exported to EndNote, I'll click on Export to begin the export process. Clicking on OK will transfer those 3 citations directly into EndNote, where they are placed in the default group Imported References. By selecting one of the references and then navigating in the right-hand pane, I can look at the fields for that citation that were transferred from the database to EndNote. I can also click on the Preview tab of the right-hand pane and see what a preview of the formatted citation would look like in a variety of common citation styles. I'd like to keep my references organized, and so I will select these 3 references in the center pane, then use my right mouse button to move these selected references to a custom group. Then I'll rename that custom group something that is meaningful and can be tracked in my search notes file, in this case, Scopus-1. In order to document in my search notes file what I've done, I will copy this description of my search, including any limiters I've applied, and then paste it into a small notes document, in this case a Microsoft Word document. I'll tag each entry along with the name of the group in which I've stored those references, and then paste the search string so that in my notes file I now have the name of the group together with the search that generated elements of that group. So typically I might want to change my keywords and perform a second search. In this case, I'm going to use some slightly different keywords. Instead of regional transit, I'll use light rail and perform a search. Again, I will evaluate my results. I will save a couple of the references, and then I'll export them to EndNote. Again, the 3 references that I've exported end up by default in the Imported References file. The total number of references in my library is now 6, the 3 that were there before, and the 3 that I just imported. Again, I would like to select these 3 latest references, place them in a custom group, rename the group something meaningful, and then document that group and the search terms that created it in my search notes file. In this way, as I'm organizing references that are on topic, I will retain a record of what database they came from and what search generated those results. The best way to share an EndNote library with another user is by creating a compressed library which preserves the library contents, including the custom group names and any attached files that you might have. Choose Compressed Library from the File menu, make the dialog selection shown, and click Next. The compressed library will be created with the file extension .enlx and can be saved locally. Here on my desktop are the 2 files that need to be submitted for the assignment. One is the EndNote compressed library with the extension .enlx. The other is my search notes file, in this case a Microsoft Word document .docx.